throw the ball consistently and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have...
And it's caught inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UCLA!
Man, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing, and make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You can see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Buys a little extra time. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
LSU, number 1 in the end zone.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up to go for 2. Direct snap. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the run from inside his own 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 15, UCLA 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Motion from the offense. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Pulls it in, it's Belly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense has to do a better job affecting the quarterback, guys, on money downs. 3rd down, you've got to be able to affect him, and the pass pro that time was just way too good.
He'll take the deep shot. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bruins!
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just...
Oh, spender fella, and he's loose. Flying down the right side. The 10. Touchdown, LSU. Oh, we've got a shootout.
LSU.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
So just how aggressive can they afford to be as they snap it on 2nd and long from the 13? Looking downfield, it's Beck. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab, and he's got the 1st. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And the Bruins will have it 1st and 10. These corners going to give them some space. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, LSU 22, UCLA 21.
The Bruins will kick it away to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
To the air, it's Sanders. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Snap it to the back. Discards a man. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Jordan. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They'll go with a direct snap. Looking for room at the 30. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Number 24.
If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And the point after is good.
LSU. 29.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. Looking to throw, it's back. Quickly complete. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing.
Off he goes! The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown LSU! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Number 20.
You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. 1 play, put it in the end zone just like that.
29.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Here comes the biggest drive of the game for this offense, down 1 score. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a man. It's back. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a two-point conversion.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Release to the back. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Open runway ahead. He's at the 20. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Snowed under by the defense. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. 1st down for this offense. He's going to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.